Can you share your first-hand experiences and observations from your recent visits to Xinjiang?
Well, it was an amazing trip. I was not really expecting it to be so diverse. The region, Xinjiang, is so diverse and also so developed, like, more developed than I thought. So you have the Xinjiang region, and then you have the cities, Urumqi, Kashgar, and Turpan. These are the places that I actually visited. So I spent around 20 days there. The infrastructure in Xinjiang is really highly developed. I would assume that this level of development is just, as high as any city in any so-called developed country. And it's really safe. Very safe and very secure. I never felt, there was, security issue or anything. Xinjiang is a huge region. It actually represents around 1/6 of China's landmass. And it's got a lot of ethnicities, and you have this history of different religions, coexisting peacefully together. So it's like a melting pot of, different ethnicities and different religions. So I was really amazed by what I saw. It really actually blew my mind away. When you read about the region, especially when you read the Western media, you tend to just, have some doubt. Maybe there are some issues. Maybe there are, some challenges. But when I went there, I actually realized that whatever I was actually reading in the Western media was really basically blatant lie.
What do you have to say about the Western allegations of genocide in Xinjiang?
We have to, first of all, define what we mean by genocide. Genocide, one simple definition for it is the deliberate killing or elimination of a large number of people from a particular ethnic group within the country. And the cultural genocide is basically the elimination of the group's culture. So if we look at this definition and then you just go and see the reality, it's totally not applicable. It's totally, detached from the reality. Those who accuse China of genocide, they have to go and see it by themselves. So now let's just talk about the numbers. So the Uyghur ethnicity, it's one of the 56 ethnicities within, or minorities within China. And the number of Uyghurs in relation with Hans has been increasing. So if there's a killing or elimination of Uyghurs, you would expect the number to go down. But in fact, the number has been going up. Talking about the cultural kind of genocide, some people accuse China of. Look at the Uyghur language. Whenever I walked down the streets in Urumqi or Kashgar or Turpan, the Uyghur language was, used widely, like used in stores, restaurants, in the streets. The language is still there. It's one of the languages recognized by the Chinese government, and it's actually used in the currency. Now let's talk about the religion. Okay, Uyghurs are mainly Muslim, based on the allegations in the Western media. I was expecting, the mosque to be not really marked clearly. I thought, I would go there and the mosque will be like those in Europe and United States. They are hidden in buildings and so on and so forth. On the contrary, when I went there, I saw the mosque. The mosque were really clearly marked, and the architecture of the mosque really beautiful, and that really adds to the beauty of this city. It gave me this feeling of harmony and peaceful coexistence in that region. So just going back to the point that you raised about genocide allegations, they are really just allegations.
While on the topic of genocide, as we talk, the world is right now currently witnessing a massive human tragedy occurring in the Palestinian territories, particularly in Gaza. What is your assessment? Do you agree with this view that what is going on in Gaza right now is a genocide?
What's happening right now in Palestine is a textbook case for genocide. And if we look at the numbers, more than 70% of those who have been killed, women and children. The number of fatalities, or the number of those that have been murdered, killed, massacred by the Israeli army is already above 10,000 people. So when you talk about genocide, and if you really want to be fair-minded and look at the two cases, let's say Xinjiang in this case and Gaza, you basically see the double standards. You know, here in Xinjiang, nothing is happening. You know, no genocide, no nothing. On the contrary, in Xinjiang, people are prospering. When I was in Xinjiang, I was walking down the streets, and I got this really positive energy, positive vibes from the places that I visited and the people that I met. So just going back to the case of genocide in Gaza, you see a deliberate attempt by the Israeli army to really eliminate these people. Now, going back to the definition of genocide, is the deliberate killing or elimination of a group of people. And what's happening in Gaza, it's really applicable to this definition.